Trust Walk Committee, and I'm Justin Eck. This is Mackenzie Durkin, Eva Carbone, and Tyler Benson.
What is it for? We are raising money for Pilot Dogs, which is a company that provides free guide dogs to legally blind individuals who would benefit from these dogs.
What is it? If you're interested, you will sign up with a partner to compete against other groups and races. One partner will be blindfolded, and the other will be giving directions telling the person to move left, right, forwards, or backwards. Your goal is to get your partner to the end, and then he or she will take the blindfold off, give it to you, and then you must also complete the race. The first group to finish wins the race, and you move on to the next level.
If you want to participate, it costs only $3 per person. All the money raised will go towards the cost of training a guide dog, training the person receiving the dog, and all the equipment needed for the dog. Pilot Dogs is a non-profit organization, which means they need your help to keep going.
When is this taking place? You can start bringing in money today through January 27th to participate. Competing will start January 30th. Competing will continue over a period of time, and the final day will be announced.
What's in it for you? The group winner of each grade level will receive a free medium pizza, and the individual who raises the most money will receive a $20 gift card to G&E's.
How do you get to the top? It works just like basketball. First you will compete against groups in your homeroom, and then you will compete with winners from other homerooms on your team. Finally, if you make it, the winner from your team will face the winner from the opposing team to become the grade level champion.
There's a sign-up sheet in your homeroom. Choose a partner and go to your homeroom teacher with your group name, and they will write your names down. Once you give your teacher the $3 to participate, you're all set to go. $3 per person. Don't forget the individual that raises the most money also wins a $20 gift card.
Any extra money you donate, please turn it in a sealed envelope with your name along with your homeroom teacher. Then give that envelope to your homeroom teacher. Please make checks out to Willits Middle School.
Donate to help the visually impaired individuals get guide dogs. Help guide these men and women to their new best friend.
If you have any questions, you can ask us here today or email trustwalkwms@gmail.com. And you can follow at trustwalkwms on Instagram for updates on winter. Before we go any further, I would just like to give a huge special thanks to Ms. Balzer. Let's give her a round of applause. Ms. Balzer has stayed here after school with us, helping us get this done. She has let us use her computer and so much more. We couldn't have done it without her. We're going to hand it over to Mr. Gray here. He works at Pilot Dogs. He's going to tell you what he does on a daily basis and a little more. Stay silent. He doesn't have to use this.
We had trouble with that last time. So can everybody hear me? Yes. Okay, awesome. My name is Jason Graham from Pilot Dogs. I'm a trainer instructor. We're based out of Columbus, Ohio. This is my friend Maya. Maya is a trained guide dog. She just finished up her training. She went through 4 months of training, and she's all done. The next process, the next thing that she'll do is she's going to be placed with a student, hopefully in the next week or so. I will go into what's known as class, and what that is for the next month, different visually impaired people from across the United States and around the whole world will come to us here in Columbus, Ohio, and we'll train with guide dogs just like Maya, and we will teach them how to use the guide dog. Now what a guide dog is Maya's job is to make sure that she keeps the visually impaired person safe. It's her job to find the curbs, not run the person into anything, not going across the street. They need to go straight across the street, not veering into traffic. So she has a lot of responsibility. She really enjoys her job. Maya is a dog that we bred ourselves. About 80 to 90% of our dogs come from our own breeding stock, which means that we have the mother and the father, and we breed them. We found that our success rate is much higher if we have our own breeding program. After 6 weeks, they go to a foster home, which anybody can be a foster home. There's just an application online. You can either go to our Facebook page or pilotdogs.org, and there's an application process to be a foster parent to one of the dogs. We will pay for everything, including vet visits. We also pay for obedience classes. We do ask that they have basic obedience when they come back. But we, other than food, you would be responsible for the food, but other than that, we care carry the cost of everything else. After a year, they come back, just like Maya here. She came back about 4 months ago, and then she works with a trainer. And my job is to take her everywhere I can think a blind person would go. So I take her in the stores, in the malls, I take her downtown in buildings, elevators, escalators, on a bus. Anything you can go, I try to take this dog to make sure she understands what she's supposed to do when she gets there, and she understands how to do it properly and be safe. Then at the end of that, she's actually what we consider certified. In order to certify her, I put a blindfold on and I take her 1.5 miles from our school to downtown Columbus. I have a spotter with me, but if the spotter doesn't have to step in and tell me to stop because I'm unsafe, then she graduates. She becomes a certified guide dog. At that point, we invite a blind student from anywhere in the world to come to our school, and then we teach them how to use the dog. It sounds easy, but there's a lot of trust there. It's easy to say follow the dog, but when you have to trust the dog and you hear a bus coming, or you hear a car coming, you have to trust that that dog is going to keep you safe. So we work on that, we teach them how to do that, and everything I taught the dog, I now teach the blind person. How to stop at an escalator, how to use an escalator. Some blind people, they're blind from birth, and they're younger, they may have never been on an escalator, ever been on a bus because their mom, their dad, their grandparents always took them everywhere. So we teach them how to do that. We teach them how to read traffic. Next time you're on a street corner, close your eyes and try to figure out when it's safe to cross. Don't try to cross it, but try to figure out when it's safe to go. That's completely up to the blind person. So some scary stuff. So you can see where the trust has to be there. About 80% of our dogs graduate. We could call it success rate. And each successful team, we put out 150 teams a year. Each team costs $10,000. So your guys' fundraisers are a huge help to us. It helps us do what we can do. Like I said, 150 teams a year times $10,000 is a lot of money. The student, the blind person, when they come in, it's 100% free. We bring them to our school for free. We feed them. We take care of them. We give them the dog for free. It's 100% free to the student. And we are a nonprofit, so we get no state or federal money. They do it. It's all through donations. So thank you guys for letting us come here today. We do use 7 breeds. This is a Labrador Retriever. Most people know that. We also have we use Standard Poodle, German Shepherds, Doberman Pinschers, Boxers, Vishulas, and they say Golden Retrievers. So we use 7 different breeds. There's something else you wanted to hit on this. What percent of your dogs stay here? About 40 to 50% of our dogs stay here in Ohio. But we do have them across the whole world. We do have teams right now in Israel, Venezuela, Mexico, Argentina, Brazil, just the ones I can think of off the top of my head. South Korea, just had a gentleman go home to South Korea about 2 months ago. Any questions, guys, that I can help you with about our program or about guide dogs? Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry, I couldn't hear that. Yeah. Sure. No, we just teach you very basic commands, and we only teach English. But they're very basic, so really the only commands you have to learn how to say in English are forward, right, left, and find in. So that's the one requirement. The gentleman from South Korea, those are the only words in English he speaks. But he understands those words and he's able to communicate with his dog. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, go ahead. I'm sorry. They just need to learn those very basic commands. So it's just forward, left, right. That's pretty much all they need to know. I don't know Spanish, so probably not. Yeah, we can do that.
Just one more question.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't see it. Where's it at? Somebody have a question?
All right, so there's 2 ways you can help. One is the trust walk that we're going to be holding and making donations. And the second is if your family is interested, maybe foster a puppy for 1 year. Of course, you will have to give the dog back, but it would be a great opportunity to do something if you're with your family to socialize the dog.
Awesome. Then they add, the way that the guide dog works is they follow this the blind person follows the harness handle, and that's where it communicates to the person. So that's where we talked about the person when it comes in. That's my main job, is to teach it how to follow this harness handle. So anytime the dog goes anywhere, I have to follow it. So forward. And then these dogs do know left and right, which is hard to do sometimes. All right, left. Then my job as a blind person is to listen to what's going on in my environment, so I know that I'm safe. But it's also to follow that harness handle and figure out what that dog's trying to tell me through that handle. So that's how it works. Any other questions, guys, that I can help you with, or ladies? Yes, go ahead.
If the blind person is American citizen or someone who lives close to the school,
Sure.
could you work with the blind person and have the dog learn from the person's home and then send out the dog? Work with both of them the first time against one person?
Sure, we do that. It's called home training. We do it sometimes, but it's not very cost effective. Right now, when I go into class, I'll have anywhere from 12 to 14 students, and I will work them. But since they're at our facility, I can work 14 in one day. If I go to their house, I can only work one person. So it just becomes a cost effective.
8th grade, pay attention, please.
Okay, any other questions, guys? Okay. Awesome.
Okay, we're gonna play a quick game here. Teachers, pick 2 kids out of your homeroom, please. To win a prize. Prize is involved. Back to the center. First one to do that wins. 8th grade, you must remain silent. Go. No touching your partners. Logan, get back. Aaron Collins takes the victory. Aaron Logan, first possession. Aaron, take the blindfold off. Where am I? 8th grade, silent. Shh. Now here, Johnny here said something when I heard him walking by.
I ran into like 5 people.
That's exactly so. Like, this was a game, and people are blindfolded, and they got to take the blindfold off. The people receiving these dogs don't take that blindfold off, and that's why they need the dogs so they don't run into 5 people. So they shouldn't. Or with the dog that we help raise, because they don't get money from anything. It's all based on donations. So that dog there cost $10,000. So if we can make up half of it, that's still a huge difference. So like they said, the blind individual needs that guide dog.